Hello, Twin Flame Collective. Good morning, good morning. Okay. My name is Tanya Vargo. If you're interested in a personal reading with me, just reach out to me. My email is in the description. It's Tanya at earthangeleverlasting.com. And you can also follow me on Instagram and TikTok, people were asking about. And I'm just on both. I'm at Earth Angel Everlasting. Okay, so feel free to reach out to me or email me, and I'll be happy to get with you. So I think I'm going to kind of do the same thing as I did yesterday. And I'm going to start with the karmic and move this way. And initially I had a heart attack when I laid the the tarot cards out, but the oracle cards started clearing everything up. So I feel like we are really close to not having to read for the karmic anymore. Really close. So, anyway, for this collective, once this collective gets into union, I'm sure I'll start reading for an entirely new collective, right? So, and hopefully this collective will stay in union. And then, of course, it'll be time to read. I'll continue to do my readings, of course, but it'll just change. It'll be a different collective. Okay. So what we have right here is the divine masculine towards the karmic. We have the divine feminine towards the divine masculine. And we have the divine masculine towards the divine feminine, okay? And then we have masculine madness oracle cards. And we have the ocean of emotion oracle cards. We have the sacred union. So that's for his side. For his side right here. Okay. And then for the divine feminine, we have soul whispers. And we have journey of love. And then for over here, we have hidden truths. Okay. And then in the shadows. Okay. And I think those boxes are close enough. So these are the hidden truths. And I'm actually friends with the lady that makes these on All Things Intuitive. She's great. I actually just spoke to her this morning about one of the cards in this deck, actually. And then the black ones are in the shadows. No, it was one of these cards that we were speaking about this morning, and it's by the same person. So if you like All Things Intuitive and you like those, you can go ahead and get them. She has an Etsy store for sure. Okay. So, I at first glance, before I start channeling and all these other things, the oracle cards came out. I was a little bit scared when I saw this, and I was reading. There was 2 or 3 ways for me to read it, but when the oracle cards came out, I could see the intention Spirit had. Okay, so what we have is the divine masculine is ready to jump off the cliff and start a new beginning, take the risk, and just forge on a brand new journey. The karmic is coming in as a lot of fights and competition and jealousy, and quite frankly, has her eye on somebody else anyway. Okay. They've had difficulties grounding this connection, and making it stable and having it take off. They both are seeing each other as single. This is the Nine of Pentacles. She's a single woman. She's the one that doesn't need anybody or anything. Home is set, the job is set, schedule's set, everything's set. If she wants you in her space, you know, you're there because she wants you there. So they're definitely, she's like, I've got my eye on somebody else and I'm single. He's like, I want a new beginning and I'm gonna ground it. Okay. Emotionally, right here we have the devil, and so that's all about ego and everything involved in ego, right? Fights, jealousy, manipulation, you know, feeling trapped, ego, like all that stuff. In the physical, it looks like they both are ready to offer a new romance to somebody, and whoever that is, they are both in their heart center for that person, whoever that person is. It's the king of cups, and you know, they're just thinking about you know, being loving and kind and empathetic and committed to somebody. Okay, now when you zoom out, you can kind of see, like, he wants a newbie, you know, he's gonna take the leap of faith, offer a romantic, good intentioned beginning with the single woman. Please remember that, okay? You know, he's in his emotions, he's angry, he wants to offer this cup of love, and he's in his heart space, and he's just ready to ground this new beginning, okay? She's got her eye on somebody else. There's like jealousy, fights, confusion. It's pissy here. She's moving on and seeing herself as single. She has somebody that she had on her mind for this anyway, so moving on, right? So here we go with the oracle cards. We need to let each other go. I wish things could be different. I will wait for a sign from you. The timing just wasn't right for us. So this is like 3 confirmations in a row of it's over, it's over, it's over. So, you know, they're both seeing each other as single, and it's over. 3 confirmations. I can't believe that song just came out of me. And I'll wait for a sign from you. So, you know, I have stayed out of their business. I have not looked on, you know, his social media. So I haven't seen if their statuses have changed. I haven't seen anything like that. I haven't seen pictures. I haven't seen posts. So, you know, it could be as simple as with this, one of them is just waiting to change the relationship status on social media. One of them is waiting to unfriend the other one. One of them is waiting for pictures to be taken down. One, you know, so, you know, that could be very well, you know, what that is. Something along those lines, like some sort of sign or gesture that, you know, we can really just like officially put it to bed. Okay, so we have, you didn't imagine it. I love myself to walk away. I love myself enough to walk away. You can't come with me, and I'm different now. So we've been talking about this divine masculine's going through a massive, massive change, a massive, massive ego death, a massive, massive just like transformation. The cards have been saying that for so long. And, you know, just going through karmic cycle after karmic cycle after karmic cycle. So he's probably learned to love himself, to walk away. He's probably finally learned to tell the karmic no. You know, and you know, maybe he did, you know, kind of owe her, like it wasn't in her head, like he did love her, or it did happen, or, you know, whatever. Whatever it means. Okay, so that's where they are. So if it isn't, like, to me, it looks really over with this. He's ready to take his leap of faith, sees himself as single. It's over, it's over, it's over. I love myself. This transformation, you can't come with me. That's a lot of confirmation that in the now, it is over. If you're not seeing that on social media, don't go jump off a cliff. These things take time, right? Sometimes. And just like this card says, it's like, you know, if you've ever been in a relationship, it's really hard to unclick that on social media, right? It's really hard to take those pictures down. It's really hard. Like, it takes a minute. It takes a minute, and once you do it, it's done. So they might just be kind of at a stalemate, even though they're like here and here with this, and it's just over, it's over, it's over. One of them just might be waiting to for the other to just pull the plug in public officially. Okay. So here we have the divine feminine towards the divine masculine. So the divine feminine is moving on. Like, there's some, it's in her wants. Like, the Knight of Pentacles is in her wants section. So what she wants is a loyal, stable and committed partner in her life. And that Knight is a very slow moving light, and he's loyal, stable and committed. Okay. And then in this deck, it usually also means dropping burdens. So she's probably letting go of some life stuff, or she could be moving, just saying. So the Knight of Wands is coming, or the divine masculine is coming in as the Knight of Wands, and this is a very sexual knight. It's full of passion, and it's right beside how he was coming in the, you know, jump off the cliff, new beginnings. So it's right beside it, and so he's ready to just rush in. He's really ready to rush in, and just kick this physical part off with the divine feminine. Okay. They've had some difficulties. So this is a victory card, and it is kind of like the trophy wife, trophy husband card. So some difficulties with this. I would say in some cases, like, they've had some difficulties with some public declarations of this over here. You know, like this was probably something the divine feminine wasn't enjoying. Okay. So they're similar in that they're either both in the King of Wands energy, or they see each other as the King of Wands. You know, and this is the most evolved of the wand soup. This King of Wands he reminds me of PM Dawn, right? If he's in, he's all the way in. If he's not, he's, you know, not. He's a family man, and he can be committed, but if he's in, he's in. If he's not, he's not. And I say PM Dawn because there's a song that said, "Adrift of memory, bliss of you." So you better hope if you're with him, he's committed and he's all in. Otherwise, he's an incredibly ambitious man. He's a great collaborator. He's ambitious almost to a fault. Center of attention, everybody's best friend, that kind of a thing. Always has to be right, though. Just saying, like, that's the negative. Like, he'll argue with you even if he's wrong, even if he knows he's wrong, just so that he can't be seen as wrong. He'll be like that. So emotionally, in her emotions, they're both, you know, wanting this partnership, the Two of Cups. This can be a twin flame union card. You know, but basically they're thinking about this partnership. In the physical and physically, there's some healing here going on, and some balance, and they would both like some balance to this partnership. Okay. And then mentally, they're both thinking about a passionate new beginning. The Ace of Wands is definitely a passion card. In a typical deck, it's usually just the wand, a picture of the wand. Like, see here, the Ace of Pentacles is like a picture of the pentacle. So normally this is like the wand. And so it can represent the man's body part, but it's not like that in this deck. So there's a lot of there's a lot of sexual energy coming down this, this side for sure. So hopefully, you know, they'll get it together with this partnership emotionally. There'll be a union, or, you know, a balancing out, or an apology, or whatever they need to do to like fix it, and stabilize it in the physical, so that they can get to the bounce chicka wow wow part, because he is just like, let's get it on on this side. So this was so touching. I actually I needed a minute after I laid these cards out, because I actually just cried a bit, just a second, like just for a second or two, and I needed a moment. But just okay, so notice, you know, where, you know, how I feel, guys, about, you know, it's kind of like a extra confirmation when the two come together and it makes a rose. So it's just interesting, and the way it reads out is, you know, just I'm laying them out, and then after I laid them out, I would just like, I got emotional. So we'll read them how I laid them out. Thank you for still loving me. I'm working on my issues. You are gorgeous. I'm a mess. I promise to fix this. See you soon. So it's literally like, I almost felt like it was like a text, you know, like a text or email or message, you know, that it was just like, thank you for still loving me. I'm working on my issues. You are so gorgeous, and I'm a mess right now. I promise to fix this. See you soon. You know, like, I just really, this was so heavy. Like, I felt this so much when it came out. So, you know, yay, y'all, you know. So here we have, I regret letting you go. Okay, so maybe he regrets not choosing you, right? I promise I'll never let go. So I let go before. I'm not going to do it again. I promise, I promise, I promise we're not going to do that again. This is not going to happen. I'm not doing this ever again. I promise, right? Partnership. So this is just like that. And it's the two here too, right? Just like the Two of Cups up there. So it's always been you, partnership. Dive into the depths with me. Emotional changes, right? Because he already said, I'm different now, right? He told the Karmic, I'm different now. I'm so cold without you. Warmth. He does talk about the Divine Feminine's warmth constantly in his readings. So, and then desire. I can still taste you. So, you know, if you have been like that with your Divine Masculine already, then, you know, he misses that. If you haven't, he desires to do that. Okay. So let's get over to here. Let's get over to here. So we have the masculine coming in. So this is the Strength card, and what it means is inner strength and courage. It's also the Leo card, one of the Leo cards. And then for some of you, it'll mean that he wants to be chased, right? This is in his wants section of his own reading. All of them aren't, you know, the cards have lots of meanings. They're not all mutually exclusive all the time. So you can want all of that a little bit. But so I think, like, right here, he's gathering his strength to come towards the single woman, right? Because over here, right, the Karmic felt competitive with the single woman, or there's jealousy and ego with the single woman. And then she also sees herself as a single woman now. The Divine Feminine is definitely single. So, so if she's a Leo, you know, he's gathering his strength to come towards that single woman. Okay. They're similar, and they might be, on the surface, they might be judging each other a little bit. But more likely, this is like they just really both feel like the calling to be with each other, and you know, they're noticing all the little messages and synchronicities from spirit, and you know, they are finally probably listening a little bit. Oh, and I forgot. Okay, so, and then the divine feminine is coming in as temperance, as wanting that. So she's kind of like dropping her burdens, and she wants, this is this card, right? So in the physical, that's what they had in her reading. And so in his reading, that's how she's showing up, as, you know, needing some healing, wanting to blend these opposites and balance them out. Sometimes this is a union card for twin flames, like a reconciliation. So, you know, some healing. So that's what she's coming in as, okay? Emotionally, we have the Knight of Wands again. So here he is here in his emotions. He's ready to charge ahead. This is that sexual knight I was talking about. That's this card, like how he came in. He just really wants to get down to business with that. So it's in his emotions over here towards her, okay? So in the physical, fate has stepped in, karma has stepped in, destiny has stepped in, the wheel has turned again. You know, so we're just gonna see what happens. Mentally, you know, he's still thinking about probably some fights they had, and he might be a little bit jealous, and he might be a little bit afraid that the divine feminine is thinking about somebody else, or there's, you know, some other players on the field and competition, and, you know, so he's just gonna have to gather the strength up to, you know, to actually balance it out and find out, right? Is she single? Is she thinking of someone else? What is, you know, what's the deal? So he's gonna have to take the chance, right? He's gonna have to take the chance and spin the wheel and figure out where she is, right? Which we already kind of gave it away. So in his masculine madness, we have nobody understands the darkness inside me, inner demons. Thank you for showing me what true love is, unconditional, which is basically like, thank you for still loving me. Like, this whole message was just like so beautiful and so touching. It really made me cry. It was crazy. I miss your warmth. He kind of feels a cold shoulder from her right now, but he's talking about her warmth again, like that. He has this trend almost through every reading in one form or another, you know, and it's a double confirmation in this one. So, you know, whatever she does, however she is, it's very warm and charming and caring, and it looks to me like that's like her redeeming quality and endearing quality, so, to him, just because it comes through so much, you know. I feel your pain more than you know, empathy. So if they're twin flames, he could probably literally feel her when she's sad. So, like, the way they are is like, you know, he might be going through a breakup, and then she might be suffering, and that's a loss, right? And then she might be suffering a loss in her life in some way as well. And so they will feel and mirror these things, and it takes time to figure out whose feelings are whose sometimes. But a lot of times you guys are going through the exact, it's not like maybe, like, you know, like maybe he's going through a breakup with a karmic, but maybe she's like, you know, losing something out, like she's letting go of like a home, or, you know, a way of thinking or whatever, and they suffer that loss in the same way, or like, and they have that empathy for each other, and on top of that, they're very empathic, right? So at least he cares that, you know, he hurt her, and he knows that, right? independent. I admire your freedom to be who you truly are. So, you know, divine feminine's a divine feminine, man. She probably lives out loud pretty well, right? Your light illuminates my mind and soul inspired. So he's very inspired by her. And this is manipulation, but it's also like she's looking over her shoulder and saying, like, I know what you want. So I just feel like with so much of the sexual energy coming out, especially over here, that I think it's more like, I know what you want. Like, it might not be so much the manipulation thing as much as it's like her looking over her shoulder going, I know you want this ass. Sorry. I know. So look over here. I'm asking for some time to get myself together. Sure enough, you know, you've gone through a breakup. Probably should communicate that. You know, hopefully the mind masculine is intelligent enough to communicate that that's what's happening. I hate that I hurt you. So that's, you know, along with the empathy, right? Trust in the infinite possibilities. And baby, I miss you. See you soon. So that's what I've got for you this morning, guys. If this resonated with you, please let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. 26:26 on the clock. And you know, good job staying out of their energy. Good job, guys. That's what it looks like you did. So that they could finally deal with their stuff. Have a great day.